to wedge it together. So now when I have this closed loop, I can use my head to drive it into the side of the neck, and it's a lot tighter. If you bring your hips really close and elevate the shoulder, now you have a lot of torque on the shoulder with the head position. It's going to be a very, very secret position. Now from here, you can kind of do all the techniques that we kind of went over. And then we still be down to just go over Okoshi from there, Oshiri from there, Uchimata from there, tap position from there. But now you kind of have the basic knowledge to be able to attack all these attacks because you have the idea. And when you're in this position, you're going to want to anchor down on the shoulder. So you can kind of play around here by stepping and circling this way, pulling him forward, using the legs, using the head to drive him, bringing him down this way, using the head here, right? And circle back this way, sorry. Right? Walk the other way, right? You're using the elbows down this way, rolling the hips across for Okoshi. Notice this is a lot more close and tighter than as if we were doing it off the wrist. Look at the distance between the space in our arms that I need to fill, as opposed to over here, we're much more attached. Right? There's a connection in our upper body that makes it a lot more difficult for him to escape. Even if he wants to duck his head here, right? Out. It's going to be difficult without good head position. I'm wedging my head in, I'm bringing my hips close. You talk about the hip crowd Uchimata, right? That's available for me too. So getting comfortable in this pinch headlock position is extremely, extremely important if you want to go for big throws. The way we get there, we talked about, is generally sort of off an underhook, using good head position, and then making sure that the elbow is flared so that we're not giving him or feeding him a powerful overhand. Some other things that we can do, attack that inside Takegoshi. Now we're going to go with that far leg for the Hawaii Goshi, where we can bring the foot together, clip this knee or the shin using the back of our calf, and now we're going to rotate him high and take him over. And I'm not letting him go and kind of just let him flop, but it's your choice to keep it and landing on your partner, depending on whether you're training or you're in competition. Distinguishing the setting in which how you finish your opponent is very, very important. Because you land on your opponent every single time you do technique, no one will want to train with you. So these are sort of the ideas behind the pinch headlock. Now, if we're talking more wrestling stuff, right, you can see kind of this knee bump, throw back to the chin here. Now we have this go behind here, right? And now we're talking more in the realm of wrestling there, but it's still very effective. One of the things I also like, and I showed in the other video, in the no video, is going for the pinch headlock here, and then stepping across against the person here, and then keeping this S grip so I can loop over and trap that onto the far side. And now from here, look, I switch my hips again like a uki goshi, and then look, I have a three kick throw on this way. Right? Yeah. I'll make my head, that's from here. And then it really is up to you how you finish from here, right? Shove the arm, cross that shoot pressure. I do a little BJJ myself in black belt. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Yeah, I can't tell. If you spider guard, I think I was taking a message. So some tips for your pinch headlock position. A lot of different options there. I would suggest getting comfortable in there, using your legs, using your levers, twisting and turning, using your head, doing your whole body. We're going to talk about Kuranage, which is like a spectacular move. In judo, it's anytime you take the person up and backwards like this. Fura means reverse or opposite. So it's like an opposite reverse throw where you're kind of just like loading and taking them over the backside. And it's much more common in freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. There's a lot of different types of suplexes, lat drops, all the different options that you kind of see, right, in wrestling. From this position, that position, from 2-on-1, this and that, this and that. Judo is all Uranage. So we're going to kind of look at it in a way where this might be useful for a lot of no-gi grapplers because they're so upright. And it's going to take a little bit of a different turn from a Greco-Roman suplex because we're going to take into consideration attacking the legs with our legs, like for an inside chip or something. So we're going to be in this over-under position. We're going to draw this leg forward. We're going to pull, and the leg comes forward. And now from here, we're going to attack the inside position, and we're going to create a little bit of space back between our opponent. We're driving our opponent back. So now from this position, as he's regaining his position and coming forward, we're going to go for sort of like a very classic lat drop. And we're going to make sure that we use this crush mat here, so my cousin doesn't get injured. Hold inside choke, right? As he's coming back into me here, I'm going to pull my chest up and then bring him up and over me. I'm going to drop my hips and then use my stomach to kind of leverage him over here. I'm going to pull him up and take him up and over here. It's very difficult to do slow, but it's sort of yeah. So let's see it. So we're going to try to connect like this. He's going to squat all the way down like this way. This is a good way to learn. Like squat all the way down, and then he's going to lean back and then arch the back. Lean back, squat, arch your back this way. Yeah. This is the kind of motion. And then the more you kind of have this sort of the spinal extension.
Yeah, a lot of it comes from hip extension, thoracic mobility. Yeah, thoracic extension, like lumbar extension, hip extension, to create that like rainbow
arch. Right. Be a very, very useful thing. Here's another way to kind of hit it. A lot of the times you see guys who go for headlock positions and go for a turn club, bang, this way, right? And then you kind of pull him into your hip. You can even connect the hands. You can connect the lock around the hips. You pull him into your hips here, and then you're going to back us and then go up and over and take him over for a Kuranage, kind of off a turn flow.
I do this. Yeah.
Right, off a turn flow that's being engaged. A lot of the time you see it sort of, we talked about this one with the elbow crank sort of arm drag, check it out. Right? You do it once, then you show it, right? And then you're clearing it, you go for a drop under. Now you're sort of in this position. And then from here, you can pop your hips up. Go for Uranage from that position as well. Another position where you can do the Uranage here and simply sort of off the